Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of November 2019. We're going to start off with some information from Spirit. I'll just be channeling from Spirit Guides, and then obviously we'll be pulling Tarot, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for today, and then also Oracle cards for the outcomes. So I'm just going to tune into Spirit. I'm just burning some sage and I've got an incense going as well. So if you're seeing smoke, that's what that is. I'm just going to link with Spirit now. Okay, so I don't know if you've been... So I feel like around my neck is specifically my back, my upper back and my neck. Now, I don't know if this is all of you or some of you, but... it's like someone's been suffering with something like that and they haven't really been admitting it. I feel that's how I want to say it. You might need to go and get that. I don't know why they're talking about chiropractor now, so it might not even be a doctor, but obviously you have to probably go seek medical advice just to make sure that everything is above order. I have to say that with these kind of readings. I mean, obviously if I was doing a healing on you, I'd be able to give you some more information, but yeah, it's interesting because it's now on my right side. It's for some reason, and I don't know, it could also be the tooth. So if it's not it could be both, but I'm just feeling on this side it could be like a molar. But there's an issue around this way, and again, someone is not saying anything. I just want to say, obviously, if you can't get to an appointment quickly to have that looked at, clove oil is really good for that. Obviously, it doesn't take the pain away totally, but and also again, information in the description box for my things that I offer, which includes healing. Okay, so someone's looking at a situation, trying to intently understand why and how things will unfold. They're rationalizing their feelings in order to process how things could work. So if this is not you, this could be someone around you, someone that's close to you. But I'm just seeing someone as being observed here. I'm also feeling like if this is to do with work, it could be that maybe you could actually be undergoing, I don't know why I want to say this, but like an appraisal or potentially a review around work that is going to lead to an upgrade. But I'm just getting observations here. So again, it's interesting because now I'm seeing someone, it's like in a home, a property, maybe you're selling a property or you're renting it out and you're going to the sale, like the rental agent, but someone's observing and overseeing, surveying a property of sorts. So I'm just seeing a lot of people observing your movements in order to evaluate a situation. And it doesn't have to just be in the examples I've given, it can be in many different examples, but I'm also feeling around love as well. It's like people are surveying you or observing you to sort of see how you tick. That's how I want to say it. Or how a situation stands, or they're observing. There's a general observational energy that's going on with this. Interestingly, you could also be having people walking up to you or drawing a lot of people in around this time. I'm just getting a very open, warm energy. So if you're getting a lot of people that are sort of communicating with you, that want to be around you, again, it's a little bit like that kind of moth to the light. People want to be around you almost. And I feel like sometimes maybe you just want to be sort of left alone. But this month, I feel you're probably going to be getting quite a lot of that, just because I feel that energy that's... I think it's because you're not detached from it, but you're just a bit indifferent from it. And because you're indifferent from it, it draws people in. They're also saying take your time with something. You must take your time with something here. Ensure that you're making the correct decisions at the correct time. There's no need to rush because it's an important decision. And things will wait. They'll have to wait. So there's no big kind of deal as sort of in terms of whether you must. I just don't get the impression that you have to make a decision immediately. And they're saying you don't. So try not to put that pressure on you if that is something you feel that is an expectation that's being placed onto you. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you're observing a calmness here, and I'm observing that. It's weird. You might feel a little disconnected as well from people around you or relatives as well, because I'm just feeling like you're in your own little world. Now, I don't know if that's an Aquarius trait. I'm not an Aquarius, so I've got my moon sort of bordering on 11th, 12th house, but I wouldn't say I have a lot of Aquarius energy in my chart. It feels like you just want to be left alone and you're just trying to get on with stuff. Because you're just trying to get on with it, you know, you're just doing your own thing. It's actually a really nice energy. People, I feel like people that you could have people saying to you, I really wish I could take your approach to things, because I don't know, there's just a general observation of you guys this month where people are commending you. I don't know, maybe you're, in fact, isn't Scorpio, no it's not, is it? Libra's the, I'm just trying to think, because I feel like there's just something going on here astrologically that this energy this month kind of sits well with you guys. It's like you a bit like a duck to water with this energy. Maybe you feel really at home with it because it doesn't really impact you too heavily, and if it does, then maybe you've got Scorpio elements or other aspects in your chart that feature more heavily. But I feel like this is for some people only, but it's just like you're in cruise control. It's really interesting. Right, let's pull some cards here because I feel like I'm going over. Right, let's see. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of November, the rest of November 2019, please. What's going to be happening? What can they expect to see? Major themes, messages, Spirit. What is it you can tell us here? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, so there's a review ongoing. Okay, this is the Three of Pentacles. It's a now obviously we've got a mountain here in the background with these three lit up pentacles. I want to say a balanced, grounded offer is coming to you if it hasn't already, and you'll observe again, this is this observational energy. It could have something to do with friendships, it could have something to do with a work situation, grounded into, why do I keep hearing, it's like I'm hearing, is it all above board? Is this all above board? Maybe you've got an offer that's come to you and you just think, is there something going on here? Like, what is this? And maybe you're a bit suspicious of it. Maybe it's come to you at not the right time and you're kind of sat there going, yeah, but if I take it, then can I just not just take this and, you know, worry about that later? My guys just screamed in my ear, no. There could also be a little test with this. It could be that you, it could be that you need to get onto another path, but you're putting that off. And the reason you're putting that off is because there's a little bit of anxiety behind it. And so you're sat there thinking, well, if I just take this job, I know it's not really what I should be doing. They're saying, no, don't fall into that trap, because it's not meant for you, essentially. There's something about this offer here that doesn't quite feel like, yes, it's tangible, and you could even be getting an increase in money, but it just feels like it's just a bit not right. And you could be having that gut instinct as well that it just isn't quite right. Someone's manifested this. Someone's manifested it. You've manifested this offer. This could also be a love offer as well, where you're wanting to work together with someone in a partnership. It doesn't have to just be love. It could be sort of career as well. And I don't know why I'm hearing this, but something about animals now. Maybe you're looking at studying something or working towards doing something with animals, but it's like you're rude. You want to do something a bit more connected to others that aren't just in your immediate circle. It could also be traveling. You could also have had an overseas contract that means, and it could be something to, again, I'm getting like maybe it's a 3-year contract. Again, university, course of study, overseas contract. I keep getting a dog. I've got a dog in my, like, I can just see a dog now. I'm just hearing, who's going to look after the dog if we do this? My guys just said you're not. Now, I apologise for the directness. My guy's just saying that he's not, but this is something you need to hear, they're saying. So forgive me if this is sort of a little bit harsh. And again, with general readings, please do take what resonates and leave the rest. If at some point in the reading that you don't resonate with all the following details, I can't possibly get everything right accurate for the amount of people that are watching, as much as I'd love to. So just take the parts that resonate, and then the parts that maybe don't sort of resonate with your life, put them to one side. You want to take someone up on an offer, but it doesn't quite feel right. They don't want me to move on. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Swords. Maybe it was at the bottom of the deck. Maybe it was an unexpected offer that you weren't expecting. I've just heard conception as well. Maybe you've conceived and you can't possibly take it on board because you found out you just conceived, or you will be finding out you've conceived and it's not a viable option. But with the Knight of Swords, this is a very in and out energy. This could also be to do with a love interest that maybe has a bit wishy-washy, bit up and down, bit flaky, rushes in and then rushes back out again, sort of leaves you to pick up the pieces. It could be that is going on whilst you get this offer and you're sat there going, yeah, but I want to go with this love offer, but what am I going to do with this work offer or travelling offer, you know, study? Right, they're saying now shuffle. Right, let's take this one. Other way. Yeah, someone has to make a decision here. This is the Father of Swords, okay? Could be an earth... you could be an earth sign, because I wanted to say air, but that just slid out of my mouth. There is going to be a decision that's being made in relation to this. This could also be a male energy that comes towards you to offer this. I don't know why, but I feel like this could also be a teacher. Maybe you are embarking on a journey that is involving this Father of Swords, this King of Swords, where you travel, and it's like an adventure. It's like there's a study, you're going to be learning something, but there's also a course where you're being taught as well. And again, we've now got the Three of Cups, so could be with friends. If this is a romantic connection, this could be a romantic partnership that's also a love partnership, as well as potentially maybe you work with the person. Maybe you have more than one offer. Maybe they have more than one offer. I'm also seeing Ten of Pentacles here as well with the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like one offer it's like one offer of the two is not quite there and one has everything. But the problem with it is they don't quite gel together. They don't quite all gel together. So maybe it's a love interest and a job you're having to choose from, but there's definitely three options here. And I would say you're probably part of those three. So it's like your personal needs is being taken into consideration, your emotional needs and your practical financial needs. But then there's two other elements to this. One that potentially is love, one that potentially is work, career, study, and I want to say finances. Maybe you've just connected with someone overseas and you can't really practically carry this out because there is a financial element behind this. But it's like I mean, look, out of the 5 cards, we've got 3 that have pentacles. So I feel like and it's interesting because before I actually clicked on the camera here, I did get a vibe about some financial concerns with you guys, because obviously I do meditate beforehand and, you know, prepare my space, etc. myself. But that was the first thing I picked up, and I thought, right, I'll wait to see if it comes up again, because I just tune in, make sure I'm on something, you know, that kind of tangible energy. It's so frustrating because I feel like there's a frustration with this. It's like, you know, it's like you're at a crossroads and you know if you choose an option, you're going to have to choose between your practicality, your career, and potentially love. It could even be a friendship where it could even be with friends. Maybe you're having to kind of go your separate ways, or you feel like this may lead you a separate way, and you're concerned that if you choose and make a decision now, that one of those options is going to lead you down the wrong path. They're saying it won't. It won't. You have to. There is no wrong option here. But if you know that something is definitely not going to work out, but you want to agree to it anyway, then obviously I would say don't sort of take that on board. But if you know there's an option that's really viable, but you're worried because your romantic partner, your friend, you know, your dog isn't going to be looked after, then I would say sit and wait it out and come out of that headspace and just connect via your heart center. You're definitely weighing up 2 options here though with this. Yeah. They want me to, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got the Sun card here because this could also indicate travel and or children. Okay. This could, it could also be that maybe you're in a partnership with someone who is, I'm hearing you're wanting to bang your head against a brick wall because you feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall because someone isn't listening to you. And there's a bit of ego here. It's like they don't quite see your point here, and they're kind of doing their own thing. They don't quite understand where you're coming from. They don't quite see what it is, the point that you're making. They don't quite see the difficulty. It's like you're trying to alleviate that difference by kind of seeing it from their perspective. But Spirit are just saying there's a risk here that by putting, you know, that very far back into, they're just saying don't compromise all your values. It's good to compromise, but don't, make sure you're not compromising on your integrity, your values, and anything that really is an importance to you, because they're saying that's not right. That's not the right sort of way or approach to take. Someone's also really worrying about children here. They're not fitting in something that they need to fit in order to have a balanced lifestyle. It's like they're just worrying about what they're going to do about kids, or maybe they've had an offer and there's absolutely no way they can take it, or they think they can't take it because of the children. They're just saying there's a potential here. I wouldn't sort of be making any rash decisions, like I said, because I feel like there could be another opportunity to review it and other additional information coming in. So we've got the Mother of Wands here, which is typically fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could also be a very passionate, driven woman or man, male in the feminine energy or a woman in her feminine energy. This is someone who's very spiritual, who is very connected and intertwined with the universe and sort of energetic values. Can you see she's actually harbouring her eggs here? She's very protected. There's a very strong mothering instinct here around this snake that's appearing in this card. She's actually protecting her eggs. There's actually a stick in the middle of that. It's like someone's on guard here for for some potential. And again, we've got the Ten of Cups. So it's like someone's trying to protect a family environment. It could have been like I don't know, for me, Three of Pentacles, it could be like, it could be a wedding contract or some kind of legal contract. And it's like you're being drawn between protecting your best interest with your family and this new offer. The thing is, I'm also hearing here someone might be worrying about having kids as well. Someone's worrying about time and having kids and the pressure of having children and have children now. And my guides are just saying, don't worry about that, because again, we got to kind of trust that there's a reasoning for this. And again, if you're confused as to what that is, I would be meditating on what has led you up to this point, because there is a reason, you know. It could just be that you're one step away from finding, or, you know, being in that position, and, you know, by holding on to that energy, it's kind of restricting that slightly. I'm hearing a bell going off in my ear as well. Again, it could be that you've had a realization, maybe with someone that you thought you were going to have children with, or have a contract with, or get into a marriage contract with, that isn't quite right for you, and you're really holding on to it because you want kids. They're just saying let it go. You have to let it go, because it's not, I just don't feel like it's serving you. They're just saying it's not. This could also be you in a third party, and the person's otherwise, you know, with someone else, or you're with someone else, and there's a third party element to this. But it's like your security. There's a very strong protective energy going on here. It's like you are not, it's like I can see you with a stick ready to defend ground. We've got the Two of Cups here. So this is a very, I mean, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be family, it could be friends, could be a bond that you've got with another individual. But I feel like we probably are discussing more love here. But it's almost like, I'm just hearing you feel like that you're one step away from getting what it is you want, but you don't want to, there's something you might have to give up and you don't want to do that. Or there's someone that this other person might have to give up. Or there's just, In fact, you're both having to probably give up something. And this is the thing here. We've got the 8 of Swords here. So someone's a little bit, yeah, it's like someone's very much in their head about all this. If it's not you, it could be the other person. They don't want to see the reality. It's like someone's refusing to acknowledge a situation because they don't want it to kind of be here, so they have to make a decision. They'd rather just wait it out. This, I don't feel like is you. I feel like this could be the other person. I feel like you guys might be waiting on someone. I feel like you guys might be waiting on someone. They're saying don't wait. And I know that sounds very controversial, but they're just saying whatever you do in the meantime, focus on your own life. Because the more energy you put into that, you'll always get something back. And there's something a bit flaky around this individual. There's just something a little bit flaky. I feel like, again, the Chariot is very much about that kind of dynamic forward movement. Now, I know at the beginning of the reading, I was like, just hold it up, wait it out, and blah, blah. What I kind of want to say about that is, if you have got an immediate project that needs seeing to and you're waiting on it because of this person, then no, don't do it. But if you know that it's a viable, sort of option and that you would like to give it some time, then I don't see why sort of between now and the end of the month that isn't a viable option. There is a potential for commitment here. There is definitely a potential because we've got the 2 of Cups, but it's like, why do I feel though that 2 of Cups, like maybe you and the other person, there just is something that isn't quite gelling here. There's something that isn't quite settling in or coming together. Or we've got the 6 of Cups. This could be a past life connection. This could be someone that you've known before coming back around. Someone that wants to reconnect. And I don't know why, but I feel like whatever this is that I'm linking in with, it's like someone's talking over and over and over and over and over. Now, I don't know if this person's coming back around to kind of try and talk you around into their way of seeing things or vice versa. But it's like someone's talking a lot and I feel like the other party's just listening, trying to observe. Again, it's this observational energy that I'm seeing. Right, okay. Yeah. This makes sense. So we've got now the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be the other person's significant other. This could be what you want to develop with this person. The connection doesn't have to be female. It could be male. It could be an earth sign, again, like I mentioned. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So there is definitely some kind of change with this situation that is going to be coming up. Now, obviously, I'm filming this on the 11th, the 11/11 portal. Happy 11/11, everyone. We've got the full moon tomorrow in Taurus. And I feel like maybe it's worth waiting. And I don't know why I'm hearing this, but hang on, what day is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, I heard 3 days and then I heard Friday, which would make, there's something happening, I feel, Friday with this situation. The 3 of Cups is now in reverse, so it indicates that this person may be choosing between you and another person to carry on with that Chariot energy. Yeah, see, look, at the moment they're in this Lovers, so a choice in love, could be you or with all them. And then we've got the 2 of Wands as well. So it's that kind of, again, crossroads. Now, because there's 2 of each, it's like you may also have to be making a decision as well. I don't know why, but I'm just hearing location. So maybe you'd have to relocate. There's something about a relocation here. Interesting. It's interesting. I'm just trying to work out if this is before or now. This is now, they're saying. Both sides? 1 for each. Okay. So this is for them. Okay, so if this is your significant other, I feel they're going to end something here. This is a 10 of Swords. And it's like they're not going to look for a fresh start in that situation because we've got the Fool in reverse. This is a cycle totally completed and it's not starting up again. And this is in the current energy now. This is what is to come if it hasn't already. whatever they're ending, they're going to close the door on it, I'm seeing, and then it's like they're not going back to it. The problem here is on your side, I feel, because, hang on one sec, is it not theirs? Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a mix here. I feel like some of you are going to have, again, probably, I don't see a restart of this situation for some of you. And for some of you, I feel like there's a bit of a tower moment coming up within the situation, but it's going to bring a new beginning because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, but it's a slow offer. This is a not particularly fast offer. This is the Knight of Pentacles here, but it's like maybe they end something and then they come back towards you, but again, it doesn't quite materialize, and it looks positive, but it takes a while to kind of come to fruition. The story is going to be different for everyone, but there's definitely a group where someone is closing the door on something and then coming towards you, and then it takes a while to kind of build up. It's like you guys will take things slowly. And then there's another kind of group of you that I feel it probably won't happen, if I'm totally honest with you. Yeah, because we've got the World in reverse here. So things definitely aren't over for some of you. There's definitely more to come with this. Yeah, it's just we're in a hanged man position at the moment. And it's interesting because we've now got the Five of Wands, which is about competition. All right. So again, it could be that there's multiple people vying for this person. There could be multiple people vying for you. They're aware of that. But it's like I feel like someone is really stressed because I'm just feeling very drained at the moment now. It's like someone has had a real drain of energy with this, and it's like they can barely get the effort to move forward because it's like they've had enough. They're fed up of waiting, I feel. Some people, some of you. It's like it just feels like my back's killing me now. It's like, it just feels like an uphill struggle to get anywhere. But you're carrying on because you're not closing the door on it. The world is not, wow, this energy, now I'm yawning. Someone's really got maybe very tired energy. It's like, it's just like general lethargy. Again, Knight of Swords, in and out, don't know where you stand. And I'm also hearing sleepless nights. Wowza, this energy is like, it could be that you've got a sleeping issue. It could be like some kind of insomnia and then you just can't sleep. Your brain is overworking and your body is just kind of like, just let me sleep. But I'm half really chilled out and the other half of me is like, I'm knackered from this energy. Like, I'm really tired, that means knackered. That's like, I think that's a UK saying, but just means tired, really exhausted. Guys, you've got a mixed bag here. Like I said, right, let me just pull another card here because right, that's number one. Number two, because I feel like if we don't do it this way, number two. Number two. Happy with that? They're saying one more. Right, sorry guys, I'm just listening to what they're saying to me because this is the thing. There's so many people watching this video, or there's a few people watching this video. Really, you want all these? How many more do you want? Okay. Right. Right, okay. I want you to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Take a moment, pause the video if you have to, but pick a number between 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 because this is going to be your outcome. Everyone's got a different outcome here. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. hopefully you've picked. Right. For pile number 1, right, there is a commitment coming, okay? This is someone who's going to come forward and make an offer, I'm hearing, because we've got the Sun at the bottom of the deck, all right? So it's like, you could, I mean, this could actually be someone that you're married to and you've got kids with. They could also be married or have been married with kids. But the likeness is they are coming forward with an offer. Let me just clarify. Because there's so many different energies in this. It's like, let's have a look. Yeah. Let me just pull it. I want to pull an oracle card here. Let me pull an oracle card for pile 1. Pile 1. Outcome. Pile 1 outcome, please. What is the outcome, please, with the Father of Pentacles and the Sun, please? Thank you. Now, obviously, this doesn't have to be at the end of November. It could be more. Wow. Yeah, this. Right, okay. So, we got the Father of Pentacles and the Sun, okay? The outcome is rest and rejuvenation, which is kind of what I think they're saying here is just chill out because it's coming, but just chill. Because we've also had confirmed that with the Sun. So this is what I would say is definitely positive because she's basking in that kind of pull, that Ace of Cups, you know. It's like there is an emotional connection, an emotional dependence, an emotional connection that is being offered and also a potential commitment. So they're saying rest and rejuvenation, so I feel like maybe you should just kind of maybe stop if you've been overthinking this or worried about it or concerned that this is not going to work out as expected. Then if you're pile number 1, you've picked pile number 1, then I feel like rest assured it's like this, you know, you just kind of let it go, get on with your own life, and then it will come back when it needs to, if that makes sense. Now it might not be the end of this month. There's also the number 19 and the number 1 that's significant. So again, and also because obviously it adds up to 1 as well. 1 and the 9 is 1, and then that's a 1 as well. So again, we're not filming this on 11/11. So it could be that maybe the January birthday, it could be that the 1st of December, there's a significance to this. But there's something around the numbers 1, 9 and 1. So like I said, get some rest, try and focus on you a little bit, but this will at some point come back around, okay? It's definitely an offer coming, and it's a solid, secure offer, and it's not one that I feel that you would sit and be like, nah, I don't really. And again, if it's not love, then it will be something around a work situation. If you've picked pole number 2, I feel like they're coming back because they don't want to let this go, okay? Because we've got the Chariot and the 4 of Pentacles here. It's like they want to make a concerted effort towards this, make a solution, create a solution towards this situation, and they want to give it, I'm hearing they want to give it another try. But again, I don't quite know if this is going to be in November. I feel at some point you're probably going to maybe hear a hint about this, but I don't quite know if it's going to be in the month of November. It could be in December. The outcome as well that I pulled from the Wisdom Oracle deck is soulmates. So this is to confirm this is a very strong past life, deep spiritual connection. And I've also pulled the Imagine card for outcome for pile number 2. So this is about keeping thoughts positive. And obviously we are in the 11/11 portal, so make sure that you are doing your manifestations, visualizing what those wishes are. Now, again, if it's not love, because I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles, maybe it's money. Maybe you're trying to go after something, if it's not love, that has to do with money, finances, a contract. Again, that 3 of Pentacles at the beginning. that maybe has something to do with your soulmate. But if it's not to do with love, it's just going to be a partnership that is very deeply connected, whereby it's fruitful, it's bountiful. Okay. Then for pile number 3, we got the 6 of Swords, which is about moving on to calmer waters. Okay, and we've got the rainbow at the top there. So we'll just clarify. We're using the enchanted map. Oh no, hang on there. Which one do you want me to use? They want me to use the Atlantis deck. Okay, so these are the Atlantis cards here. Can you clarify 6 of Swords, please, Spirit? Can you clarify 6 of Swords, please? What does this entail? What's the insight for this 6 of Swords cards for pile number 3, please, Spirit? What can you tell us? You want me to pull these cards or the other ones? Whoa! Okay, it says crystal skulls. During Golden Atlantis, 13 life-size quartz skulls were fashioned using technology currently beyond our comprehension. 12 of those were advanced computers into which the leaders of the 12 tribes recorded the history and knowledge of their region. The 13th was a high-frequency amethyst skull containing all the information of Atlantis and is no longer in physical form. When humanity raises its vibration, it will rematerialize to assist the energy of Atlantis return. The unknown. Your guidance is that there is a mystery waiting to unfold, for much is yet unknown. Perhaps new information is to come to you, or old memories or ancient wisdom may surface to your conscious awareness. Meditation would help you to facilitate this. Be cautious about making a decision, for you do not have the whole picture. So this is the card. So it could be that because you know that there is just not the readily sort of available information, you are going towards something that you know is achievable. And as you can see, you've got the owl in the background, which is that spirit guide who's overseeing it. So maybe you've just had that gut feeling if you pick up pile 3, and you want to move on. But let's just pull another clarifying card. This is the Goddess Oracle by Dorian Virtue. Clarify pile 3, please, with the 6 of Swords and the crystal skull. Thank you. It says, whoever picked pile 3, you guys are probably hardcore light workers. And you need to definitely embrace that, because whoever this is for, you are about to hit the jackpot, I feel. Because look at this card you've pulled. Aphrodite, the inner goddess. That is some hardcore feminine, divine feminine energy right there. With a dove in her hand, ready to slay. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care and appreciating your divinity. So it could well be that this journey for the moment is more on you rather than anything else, because it's like someone has got some hardcore gifts here that they are not utilizing, and they really have to, because whatever this is with this 6 of Swords, I feel like they're trying to detour you and they're trying to move you back to, or move you maybe away from distraction back to this, because maybe you didn't have a chance to pick it up and you kind of need to, and it was something that you hadn't really thought of doing, or you hadn't really thought of. It was like you weren't quite seeing it because you were more focused on other things that maybe weren't serving you, which is where this choice comes in. Okay. Yeah. We've also pulled the Yin card. This was also your last card here. I don't know if you can see that. That's a number 2 card here. That's the Yin card. This is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you. Poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study this action of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. Let others take the lead role right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing the oceans to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. You need to let others lead. You need to, if this is to do with love, you need to let the masculine be the masculine. That's kind of what I want to say there, all right? Pile 4, you got the Ace of Cups with, this is the Page of Pentacles. So there's it's like a love offer that's on its way, but it could be someone younger than you, or could be an earth sign, but it could also be a gesture or a slow moving offer that isn't maybe fully formed, that needs a bit more time and space to develop. Can you clarify outcome 4, please, Spirit? It's like there is definitely feelings here that I can see. There's definitely feelings going on, and I feel like someone does at some point want to make something like an offer. But why do I feel like it's like there could be other people involved that are maybe, you know, a bit envious of the connection and have interfered. That could be one option. It could be that, why am I hearing family? Maybe someone's family isn't approving of this. Someone doesn't want to see something as well. It's like wow. This is like, yeah, look, community in the thinking woman. So it's like someone's community isn't allowing this, or maybe has objections, and I don't know why I'm hearing this, but it could be something to do with it. Either you have different backgrounds, different religions, different, now obviously to you and I probably, I mean, like, you know, we are all the same kind of people, really, let's be real. But obviously as a society, people tend to have a fairly limited viewpoint on certain issues, or what they deem as an issue, whereas most other people who, you know, breathe oxygen that are not like that, kind of just think, well, look, there's, you know, there's people in love, brilliant, that's really lovely. I feel like there could be either people that's a bit of jealousy around this. Spirit just saying you need to wait for this to dissipate, because if you start getting too involved now, it's like you're just fighting uphill battle, and this is not going to be a kind of forever ending cycle of events, because we've also got adjacent possibilities, so that there could be at some point a door opening that you're not expecting, that is going to give you a bit of a clear path with this. Right, let me just pull one more here. Option 4, please. Outcomes, option 4. They're saying don't discount any options. So if you're sat there thinking, I would never, you know, I don't know, go and live in that part of town because these people are this, that and the other, maybe that's what you have to, but it feels like there's a compromise. There's a lot going on here. I just, for some reason, I feel like there's some kind of rules and regulations around this that don't allow you to get too close. Could be a religious thing. I just feel with option 4, not all of you, but some of you, could be family involvement. It could be, like I said, friends, but it's like, why do I feel as well that you it's like whatever their community is or your community is, the other person doesn't understand it fully. They don't really, maybe they object to it. Maybe they just outrightly object to how that person's culture is, or, but there's something about that it's like, it feels like a blooming uphill struggle, if I'm totally honest with you. Like when I'm tapping into this energy, it just feels like you feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. And I feel like that was probably your energy at the beginning. Wow. Okay, there's a few cards here. Yeah, I feel like this is not the right time, because we've got nurturing here. So I would just be focusing on your self-care and let it go upstairs, and just ask the angels here to sort of maybe make the path a little bit clearer. But I wouldn't be sat relying on anything happening overnight, because that is especially with the Page of Pentacles, that is not a fast moving energy. This feels like you're going to be still kind of struggling and, well, still looking into this around November. So let's have a look at the 5th option now. If you chose the 5th option, there is still choices being made. I don't even think, this may not have a straightforward outcome for November, but we'll ask the card. So what is the outcome for I can't even talk. Venember, I keep saying Venember. What is the outcome for pile number 5, please? For, oh, okay. Right, I kind of feel like for this pile, let me just pull a couple more cards because I feel like I want to say something, but I don't want to jump the gun here and just be saying something and it doesn't resonate, it's not adding up. Okay, so pile 5, please, outcomes, please, for pile 5. What is going to be the outcome here with this scenario? Whoa! There's something you're missing about this situation. There's something you're missing. We've got the Wizard of Awareness in reverse. Okay? The Wizard of Awareness in reverse. And this is about manifestation and knowing what to manifest. And then we've got Wake Up Call in reverse as well. It's like either you're not listening or you're listening but you don't want to acknowledge it. And you are at a stalemate and you think something's going to change. But what they're saying is manifest something different or manifest another option, because you are able to create at this time, but it's like you're sticking to that person or that option, and it's like you're holding on tight, and it might not be the option for you. And if it is the option for you, it might not be the right time, and the more you're holding on to it and the more you're confusing yourself trying to make a decision, it's like whatever this is not totally clear. Because can you see we've got all that kind of static in the background, and then there's like a big block in between the two swords, which it looks like the sun and the moon in eclipse. It feels like, now we've got an eclipse coming up on the 26th of December, so it could be that in the new year this starts moving forward. But what they're also saying here is heal the ouch. So if this is hurting you, maybe the other person's hurting, you're hurting, maybe this is from your interactions, maybe this is from another scenario, make sure you're focusing on the healing, because we cannot attract whole situations in if we're not healed ourselves. Trust me on that. And also that adds up to an 11, so there could be another option here, but it's only when you heal yourself that option comes through. Okay, and let's just pull one more card here for the general collective of Aquarius. If you didn't, maybe you just want an outcome overall for everyone. So this is for all piles now. And by the way, if one of those piles didn't resonate, then pick another pile, Oh, look, this is lovely. What a lovely outcome. Home. This is all about you finding your true north and you really trying to understand what it is you need and you want. This is the month to really comprehend you and your needs. This is home here, the card home. Let me see if this will actually focus. There we go. Yeah, look, can you see that? Welcome to your life. Ten to 8 could be a significant time. as the number 9 as well. Okay. So, no, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's the second 9 we've had, isn't it? So maybe you picked pile 1 and there's something about 10 to 8 for pile number 1. Okay, so guys, hopefully this has been of some assistance. Thank you everyone for subscribing that has already done so, and thank you so much if you've liked my videos. I really massively appreciate that. I'm going to be filming Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for tomorrow. That will be posted tomorrow now. After that, I'll be doing pick a card readings and a few other bits and pieces. If you do want to request a certain reading, put it in the description box. Put it in the comments box if you want to sort of ask specifically for a certain type of reading. I'm planning on doing what does your higher self want to let you know, what is it in the next year it's going to be happening, that kind of thing. But if you have a specific requirement, do sort of post your request and I'll look into that. So yeah, have a wonderful November. Obviously we've got the 11/11 portal, and if you're watching this and it's 11 o'clock AM or PM where you are located, make sure you're making a wish, because it's very important. We've got the full moon tomorrow on the 12th, and if you're watching this later, then we've just had the full moon in Taurus, and it's going to be opposing the sun. So we've just had Mercury crossing the sun today, a very rare occurrence. The next time will be 2032, and then we've got the moon opposing the sun and Mercury, conjunct Uranus, which is actually in retrograde, which won't be going direct until January the 10th, 2020. So there's going to be a very nice little cleanse going on here, because they're in two very different opposing signs. We've got Scorpio, obviously Sun is Scorpio with Mercury, and then the Moon and Uranus in Taurus. Taurus being very much about the practical issues, you know, the day-to-day, the three-dimensional, and Scorpio being what lies underneath and the more kind of esoteric energies, the more kind of underlying emotions. So there's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, I feel. So guys, have an amazing month, and I will hopefully see you next month and all for the pick or card readings. Take care. Bye.